The pronunciation of the 8th shloka of Kanakadhara Stotram is like this. Ishta vishishta matayopi yaya dayardra drishtya trivishtapa padam sulabham labhante drishtif prahrishta kamalodara deeptirishtam pushting krishishta mama pushkara vishtarayah. This is slightly more complicated than the shlokas that we have seen so far. Here there is much more prominence to the beauty of sound. There is something called Shabdalankara and there is Arthalankara. Artha meaning, the word Artha means the meaning that is conveyed. And of course, the meaning that is conveyed in each shloka is extremely beautiful. But here there is much more prominence given to Shabdalankara, which is the alankara or ornamentation of sound itself. So the shta sound keeps repeating again and again. And in some interpretations, it also says that the shta is like, something hitting a hard surface, shta. So something soft coming and hitting a hard surface. And the interpretation says that because in this story, the golden gooseberries are supposed to come and rain down upon the poor woman's house in front of her, angan. So this consciously Adi Shankaracharya uses this particular sound, shta, 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 so many times. So once again, at the end of the first line, it's half a word. So the entire word is dayardra drishtya. So you don't give a pause there. It's not yaya dayardra and then drishtya trivishtapapadam. It is dayardra drishtya. So the word is split between two lines, but it's a single word. I'll chant it one more time. I'll do it slowly again. See if you can follow it along. Ishta vishishta matayopi yaya dayardra drishtya trivishtapa padam sulabham labhante drishtihi prahrishta kamalodara deeptirishtam pushtim krishishta mama pushkara vishtarayah. Now, to understand this shloka, which again, even to me, it seems a little daunting to just delve into the meanings of it, we look at the phrase, the key phrase, which is Ishtam Pushtim Krishishta. So, Ishta is, everybody knows the word Ishta, that which is dear to us. Pushti is, fulfillment, is Balam, the Shakti, or it comes from the root sound Purna again, or which is similar to the words Pushpa also, and so Pushpa and Pushti, both of them are very related. It means something which has blossomed, something which is full and energetic. So Krishishta is may it bestow, may it give, may it cause. It comes from the root sound Kr, which means to do, Karoti, Kuru. In Hindi also it is Karo. So Krishishta is one modification of the Kru Dhatu, where it is used in the connotation of may it bestow. May it bestow what? Ishtam Pushtim, the desired fulfillment. You can correlate the words, right? Ishtam Pushtim is the desired fulfillment. These are the words that you can find in the third line and the fourth line. Kamalodara Deepti Rishtam Pushting Krishishta. So when I edit this later on, I'll make sure that when I talk about those words in the left hand side shloka are highlighted. But for now, you can see where these words are, where this key phrase is found in the shloka, so that when we read it together completely again, you see where which meanings have been placed. So Prahrishta Kamalodara Deeptihi is how the word is split in the third line, and the next part is Ishtam Pushting Krishishta Mama Pushkara Vishtarayah. So from there, this phrase has been taken, and this is the key phrase that conveys the meaning of the shloka, which is Ishtam Pushtim Krishishta, may it bestow the desired fulfillment. Now the natural question is, may what bestow it? No prizes for guessing. Drishtihi, the sight, the glance. Now and where is that drishtihi word? Once again, at the beginning of the third line. whose glance, what kind of a glance, and different other descriptions of it form the other words of the shloka. And they are arranged like this. Whose, how is that glance? It is deeptihi. Deepti is the brightness or the glow. Udara is the belly. Kamala is a lotus. And prahrishta is a blossomed lotus, a fully, vikasita, or something that has been fully blossomed lotus. So, which is of the same glow as the belly of a blossomed lotus. So, it's the dark eye glances of her. So, of her eyes. So, that kind of a drishti. Which kind of a drishti? That kind of a drishti which has the same deepti, the same glow as the interior, as the insides, udara of a lotus, kamala, which is blossomed, prahrishta. And again, for the same drishti, one more description of it is yaya daya ardra drishtya, through whose compassion soaked glances. Ardrata is wetness, literally, but in a more figurative sense, it is soaked. It is something which is full of. Full of what? Daya, compassion. That kind of a glance. Yaya is through whose. Taya is through that. Yaya is through whose compassionate glance. Sulabham labhante. People obtain easily. Who obtain easily comes up next. But sulabham labhante literally means sulabham is easily. Labhante, they get. They obtain. It's who obtains. Ishtaha avishishta matayaha api. Ishtaha, once again, are those who are dear. Avishishta matayaha are those who are not of such, distinguished minds. Vishishta is special. Vishesha, Vishishta is special. Avisishta is nothing too special. So those who are not too brilliant, not too bright also. So those who are, so here he basically distinguishes between the devotees and non-devotees, saying devotees are those who understand the greatness of the goddess, and the others who are not of that understanding, who are not of such special understanding also. Both of them sulabham labhante, easily obtain. Ishtaha, anyways, the devotees who are dear to the goddess, and the others who are not of such great minds also, they easily obtain. What do they obtain? Trivishtapa padam, the third place of residence. The third place of residence literally is in the sequence bhuhu bhuvaha swaha. So that swaha, or the swarloka, represents the swarga or heaven. So through that, through whose glance, which is soaked, when soaked with compassion, both the devotees who are dear and those who are not her devotees, through her compassionate glance, obtain the heavenly abode. May that sight of hers bestow upon me the desired fulfillment. Whose glance is this? This is the glance of the one who is residing in a lotus. I told you guys that Trivishtapa is the third abode. So that Visha dhatu, Vishati or Upavishati, is to reside in. So Vishtapa is the third state of being, which is heaven, I said. So Pushkara Vishtara is the one who resides in a lotus. Whose glance is this? This is the glance of the Pushkara Vishtara. The goddess is being referred to as Pushkara Vishtara, which means the one who resides in a lotus. I hope the individual words are clear. In Ishta avishishta matayaha api yaya dayardra drishtya trivishtapa padam sulabham labhante drishtihi prahrishta kamalodara deeptihi ishtam pushtim krishishta mama pushkara vishtarayah.